Imagine knowing exactly what the enemy team is going to do and when they going to do it. After I learned how to predict players in Call of Duty, I began dropping nukes, winning tournaments. Folks even thought I had walls at one point, which is why I'm going to share 5 tips that no one tells you about when it comes to knowing a player's every single move. Tip number 1, you must learn the spawns. I cannot stress this enough. With no spawn knowledge, you ain't gonna do much in COD period point blank. Each map in Call of Duty got its own dynamic spawning system. And don't even worry, it's not even that hard to learn. It all comes down to whatever game mode y'all are playing and you and your teammates position on the map. The enemy's gonna spawn on the opposite side of the map to wherever your team is spawning. So listen up, that means watch your teammates' spawns. For example, on Nuketown, if you spawn in back green, they gonna spawn back yellow. Now, if you and your teammates don't spawn either side and end up spawning mid-map, that most likely means y'all getting smoked. And if y'all getting smoked, that means the enemies are on both sides of the map. For example, if you and your team spawn Jeep, that means there's enemies behind yellow and enemies behind green. Now, if this is occurring, me and my team came through router smoking your entire family tree, so go ahead and lead the game. But anyways, that's the trick I use in order to learn spawns on any new map I play. I just simply watch where me and my team is spawning, and that way I can predict the spawns of the enemies. I got a whole entire video going into detail on how spawns work in BO6. It might be down in the description below, it might not, it just depends on how lazy I feel, but this is what the video looks like. Now, I hope you got your spawn knowledge down because you're gonna need it on this next tip. Now, tip number 2, learn the enemy's common rush routes. If you know the common areas and common routes the enemies like to take, you most likely gonna know where they at every time. Don't only learn the common routes, but learn where they sit, learn where they camp, learn how they move. Figure out where they like the head glitch at, figure out where they like to post up with their partners. In this way, if you know all this, you can't really get caught off guard, and you already know where they at. You've predicted they positioning. All right, to put it in perspective for the bozos in the back, say I spawn here, right? This is where I spawn. That means the enemy team is spawning on the polar opposite side over here. But each spawn really got 2 spawns, or 3 spawns in this scenario. You can spawn here, you can spawn here, and you can spawn here. Those are the 3 spawn points in this back spawn. Same thing for this other side. You can spawn here, you can spawn here, and I think you can spawn somewhere over here. So being the fact that I spawned at the middle spawn on the other side, that means they're gonna spawn over here on the helipad, the middle side on this side. In this case, you expect them to go any route. They can go up top here, they can go through here, or they can run through here. So I'll be very cautious about where I'm going to run to. Right now, according to my spawn knowledge, if I go up here, it's just not going to work out too good. Somebody going to be down there, somebody going to be over there on the head glitch. It's just not the best place to go up here. If I run this way, it seems too open, like over here or just through here. It's just too much. It's not enough cover. So now I know the best place to run every time is going to be this way. This place got a lot of cover and head glitches. I can maneuver around and move around and just challenge more players. It could be a whole stack of it could be the whole team right here. I have enough cover to maneuver around and get out if I need to. Over there, if I get shot, I'm dead. That's just map knowledge that comes with playing the game. In order for you to know this stuff, you got to play the game now and pay attention to how the map is structured. So I know this is the safest place to go. What's a common route that they can get here with? Over there through this little big place, or I don't know why they would go this way, but they could run through here. Most likely they're gonna come over here. If anybody through here, then they just like they out of cover, they out of position. So I will come through here, pre-aim right here, nobody here. Okay, boom. I can lay down here. That way I'm looking here, but guarding this side. All right, then I look here, then I come up. Slide here, cover to cover now. I'm not even supposed to be sharing all these tips and tricks. This is in the other video, but look, boom, cover to cover. I move here, I don't see nobody. Okay, I progress up, move this way. All right, move this way. I'm here now. I keep moving up. That's just knowing the common lines of sight, the common route they will go, and just pre-aiming. And if I see somebody, I shoot them. It's that simple. This is why you must know spawns. See, all these tips gonna add together and work together in their own way. So the previous tip always gonna work with the next tip. I hope that helped y'all understand spawns, common routes, lines of sight, all that stuff. Just make sure you're paying close attention to where the enemies like to go and where their common routes are. Also, pay attention to your own team and see where they like to sit and stuff, because to be honest, everybody in COD, well, most of the average players at least, tend to think the same. But anyways, that brings me on to the next tip. Tip number 3, watch where your team isn't. What I mean by this is if you are looking for the enemy and you can't find them, just look on the map. You see where your team is, right? Those are the areas the enemies are not at. And when you're looking at the map, pay attention to where your teammates are looking at, the direction they're looking at too. Not just look for the parts of the map that your team isn't at and your team isn't looking at, because that's exactly where you will find the enemies. Even if they are by the teammates and in the direction they looking at, somebody gonna get smoked. Either the teammate gonna handle them and smoke them and you ain't gotta worry about it, or the teammate just gonna get flat out smoked. That's when you're gonna see that death marker come up and then you're gonna know somebody there. And that's just an easy kill. You ain't even gotta worry about it too much. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. They might just flat out run past each other and not even notice. Nah, cause sometimes I have died, the teammate standing right there, not even shooting at him. He in the background watching me get smoked up. So things not gonna always be in your control now. In those scenarios, you just gotta rage a little bit and keep it pushing. Maybe yell at your teammate a little bit at the end of the match. I'm joking, do not do that. I don't want y'all out here getting banned for language and harassment. To sum it up for the slow folks in the back, you just wanna watch for any open lanes that's not being watched by teammates and any power positions that's not being held by any teammates. Cause most times that's where you will find the enemy. The next thing I'm about to say is very crucial, so listen up. Tip number 4, do not always rush. I cannot stress this enough. I know you might see all your favorite YouTubers rushing around, dropping 200 plus kill games, 5 nukes a game, all types of stuff like that, right? Well, most times they 2-boxing or reverse boosting. And then when they actually showing they playing real games, you can see they playing a lot more slower than they usually do in the other gameplays. If you always rushing, how you supposed to read the enemy? They reading you like a book. That's why if you want to predict the way somebody move, you got to let them actually move before you move. You got to actually give them time to make mistakes. So what you should do is you should play passive aggressive. In more simpler terms, you want to find a position and hold it and get a lot of kills around there. And after you get a few kills, you want to dip and move to another position. That's going to allow you to pick up more kills. Now, you don't want to just be standing out in the open when you pick these positions. You want to find a power position. You want to think about their common routes. See right there, I told you it's all going to connect. So you want to find a position that's in their common route. You want to sit there and post up and make sure there's cover near you. Like if there's a head glitch over there in that little common route or position they like to sit, you sit on that head glitch, wait for them to show up, and you get kills. And remember that cover to cover, make sure there's cover near you. That way, if you get swarmed, you can just slide to another cover, move away, move back to your team, and let them handle that. So basically, you want to plan out your escape route. All right, I got the little example for y'all right here. Notice how I'm sitting here just waiting, and I just picked up that easy kill. Look, watch here. Look, someone right there. Look, I move right here, move back. I'm watching garage, somebody in garage. Look, I'm looking at my map. Watch my map while I'm doing this. Pre-aiming, make sure you don't run through. Ran through. I ain't killing him, no teammate got him. Now right here, I noticed they have to run over here to get to the hard point or get to middle map. So now I'm just sitting here pre-aiming. I'm not just rushing they spawn because I know they all sitting back there. Look, I picked up an easy kill. Look now, look, another easy kill. Another easy kill. And now I move. Look, I move, cover to cover. I got smoke right there. I pushed up too much. He was in a better position than me. Now I noticed this dude back here on the map that just killed my teammate. I'm a pre-aim. Look, he run through. Another one on the map. Look, pre-aim, run through. Killed him. I could have easily just ran back there, but I waited on them to push up. All right, now as y'all can see, hold on, let me pause the clip for y'all boys. Notice the positions of the teammates. So I don't really need to look on the left side. His teammates over there and is guarded. One of them just died over there by yellow car, as we can see. And right now, only one of my teammates is even paying attention to that. So I clearly know there's an enemy there. So now I will proceed that location with caution, because I know he making a mistake right now by pushing up too far. His whole team is back there in the hard point, but he pushing up the yellow car. Why? So now all I gotta do is push up and see how I can kill him. Teammate starts shooting. Now he distracting on him. Now I come in and just start blasting because he don't know I'm there. 2 kills right there, easy. That was also an example of me covering myself very well. I hope that example right there helped y'all understand why it's good to stop rushing so much and just slow down a little bit. Because if you was really watching the clip, you can see how every kill I was getting, I was aiming before the enemy was aiming. Therefore, I was catching them off guard and shooting before they were shooting. And that's basically why you don't want to always rush. All right, I got the last and final tip for y'all right here. Tip number 5. Play the game as much as possible. Because at the end of the day, the only way you can apply anything I just told you is if you play the game. Because honestly, that's how I learned all these tips. I just kept playing the game all the time. Or if you can't play the game all the time, play as much as you can. Play as much as possible. And this way you can start developing more of some game sense. And then all this stuff I just told you will be just like second nature. It'll just be natural for you. But anyways, that's all the tips I got in my arsenal today. Make sure you learn each and every one of these tips in order order because they go together. They all add up and all go together. I guarantee if you use them correctly, you're gonna be a whole different new player. You're gonna be the best player in the whole lobby. You're gonna be able to read people so well to where people gonna start reporting you. You might get shadow banned, you might get real banned. You just gonna start getting reported, getting messages from a whole bunch of people. Oh, you're a cheater. But that's all right, because they can never take away your skill. But anyways, that's all I got, man. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to see more tips and tricks like this. I do Apex, I do Black Ops 6, I'm gonna start doing Warzone, I'm gonna start doing Rainbow, I'm gonna just start doing a whole bunch of FPS games that I know how to play. I'm giving y'all real life tips that y'all not gonna hear from no other YouTuber. Everybody else gonna be like, oh, change your settings, even though I did say that. But anyways, change your settings. Just change your loadout. No, bro, I'm giving y'all real tips to improve your skill. So subscribe if you want to get better at FPS games. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed this little video right here, and I'm out, man.